Hello and welcome back to the tutorial. This is going to be basically a cleanup session. Let's take a look. One of the things that has been bugging me is this white space here. I can't stand it. Also, if you take a look at the original graphics, see, it's not there. So in Photoshop, bring your Photoshop up and turn your rulers on. When you turn your rulers on, you'll get these rulers up top and the side, and just bring them over. You can see that the W is almost coming down from the S, and then also the H in hand code is kind of underneath the P. So we should correct that. Also, the width of the W and the question mark, we need to take a look at that in the actual file itself. So let's get started. Okay, also another thing is the original graphic doesn't have this validation. Now that's fine to do it, but the client didn't ask for it, so let's get rid of it. I know it took some work to do, but that doesn't matter because the client didn't ask for it, so therefore we should take it away. Let's save that and refresh. Okay, and also the client didn't ask for placeholder text, which, although it's a nice to have for ADA compliance, if the client didn't ask for it, you put that in a different, you put it in later after you've gotten approval and say that it's part of the bells and whistles. But if they don't ask for it, just try to make it as close to what the client gives you as possible. There, that looks a lot better. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate this space around here in order that we'll get a better looking, get it closer to what the client asked for. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to increase. That's the original graphic. We're going to increase the size of the H2s so that they match closer to the original graphic. So for H2s, we will change the size to medium. And the next thing we'll do is we need to make the text smaller. This text in here should be smaller. Yeah, that's too big. So we'll make this a little bit smaller. And I think the best thing to do would be for the div, we'll put a class. Let's call it small text. And we'll do that for each of the divs down the bottom. So we'll do it for the semantic text, and we'll do it for the accessibility text. All right, no changes because we haven't added the CSS class. So let's add a CSS class, and let's just call it the same thing, small text. And essentially all we're going to do is make these font size smaller. Next, in our header, so the text is smaller, and you can see our H2s are a little wider. Also in the header, what we're going to do in the header, let's go down and look at the header, and we need to, we're going to add some margin right over here. So we have margin left, let's go margin right, and for the margin right we'll add 25 pixels because all the rest of them are 25 pixels, and we'll take a look at that. And then for the join and for the two texts, this join text and this hand code text, let's see what we'll do to those. The join text, we're going to add some left margin to it. We'll increase it. I've pre-measured this, and the hand code text, we're going to change the left margin to 120. Now it looks a little funny, but we'll fix that. And then for the aside header, we'll change the margin right to, we have it at 50 pixels already, but we'll increase the size of it, the width. And then for the question aside, what we'll do is we'll get rid of the padding right, and we'll decrease the width by 30. That moved it over a bit. For the input, so what we'll do for the input is we will change the margin left to 0.5 EMs, and then we'll set the width of it to 68%. That didn't do anything. Something's wrong. We forgot a semicolon. That looks a little bit better, but we'll have to do the same thing for a text area also. We need to make the margin left and the width. We'll make the width at 69 and keep it at 0.5. So there you go. Now, I don't like that submit button. But generally, I'll let you go ahead and fix that. This is the end of the project. In the next video, what we'll do is we will begin to create a new application. So let's just take a quick look. Here's the original graphic. That's my cell phone. Here's the original graphic, and here is our rendition of it in the browser. And so in the next video, I'm about out of time for this video, but in the next video what we'll do is we'll open up all of the browsers and we'll test it for each one of them. I've already tested that, but I'll do it in the next video for you. Or better yet, I'll leave that to you. Check your work in each one of these browsers. In our next videos, we will be beginning a new application. Thank you for watching this series. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.